Hey, YouTube. Don't let people trick you into being stagnated. We go through problems. We go through a lot of problems. And usually the problems arrive at a growth season. The craziest thing, your enemy is always going to attack you in your growth season. So it's kind of hard to push through because you're like, okay, everything's supposed to be what it's supposed to be. This is my growth season. This is the season that things are supposed to take off. Things are supposed to prosper. Things are supposed to get better. Remind you, your enemy doesn't want you to. In their growth season, they're busy minding their business, and they may tend to yours just a little bit. But in your growth season, they're all up in your business. They want to know who comes in and out your home. They want to be all up in your business. So there are certain things you have to do to mind your business, to make sure that you are growing, to make sure that you are prospering, to make sure that your atmosphere around you isn't contaminating your work. Yeah, you're going to hear people say, "Oh, I'm proud of you. You're good." Because guess what? You went down to nothing. Honestly, you went down to nothing and you're recovering, but your recovery is just this much, or it looks similar to how you was before these situations happen. So there's really no growth for you. You just right back where you at. There's really no progress in you. You just right back where you at. And as long as you stay right back where you at, you will never see prosperity. Because guess what? They take you down to nothing. You work hard just to get back to where you was at. Maybe it's just having a roof over your head. Maybe it's just having food on the table. And that's as far as they want you to go. And I started to learn in this season, like, people that want you to prosper will actually help in your growth. But sometimes our enemies are the ones hiring us. Our enemies are the one who's keeping us stagnated. Our enemies are the one who's putting us in certain situations. And we have to be aware of that. So it may mean that I may have to approach certain situations a little bit different. Do you really think your enemy is going to give you fair pay? They're an enemy. Even if they're not an enemy, if I'm being attacked and you being attacked, how can I give you fair pay? How can I pay you a fair wage? We're both under the same scrutiny. So at this point, you have to really get yourself to a situation where you realize I have to let go at a certain time, even when I don't want to let go. I have to do what's beneficial for me at a certain time. I can call you all day. I can call you all night. I can contact you all day. I contact you all night for better opportunities. But a lot of times we don't never get better opportunities because we're too busy being attacked. So sometimes it means letting that job go that pays what, $16 an hour, $14 an hour, and saying, hey, I gotta get a job that pays at least 20. That's the requirement. It has to be constant growth for me. I am so sick and tired of being stagnated in every season because of my loyalty to certain things that are not loyal back. And sometimes it means jobs. A lot of jobs carry forth no loyalty. They're not even loyal to themselves, let alone talking about you. So they're lowballing. They're giving you unfair pay. When their friends walk in, their friends can get but top pay. And when you're there and you're one of the hardest workers, they're not paying fair wage. So you're finding yourself in situations, not that you don't like working for them, not that you don't like them. It's just a fact, look, I'm not seeing growth in my life. I work too hard not to see growth. I work too hard not to see prosperity. I work too hard not to have. And then they get pissed off and they want you back with nothing. Back in poverty, back in homeless, back in all this different stuff so that they can say, Hey, we don't have to. We can continue to give you the same amount so that you don't challenge it, so that you don't question it, because you realize that something is better than nothing. And that's the unfairness of the game. That's the unfairness of what's taking place. Sometimes we stay in the company we're working for quite some time because maybe they're the top pay. Unhappy. Okay, they pay more. I'm staying with them because they pay more, but I'm unhappy. I'm unfulfilled. I feel unsuccessful. Well, I'm still there. Why are you there? You get what I'm saying? At some point, you have to engineer your own prosperity, your own growth. Yes, I'm pretty sure they said, "Oh, you gonna get 100 million, gazillions, and quadrillions of dollars." That may be so, but what are you doing in the meantime before that arrives? Are you engineering your own future, or are you just sitting there waiting? It's gonna come $1 million, gazillion. I got the prophecy from Prophecy Bynum, and Bynum told me that they gonna send me kazuzu dollars, and I'm never gonna have to work again. Okay, that's nice. Now, what are you doing in the meantime? Are you still gonna wait on Prophetess Bynum, or are you gonna sit up there and you're gonna go engineer prosperity for yourself despite the prophecy? Are you sowing seeds for growth? Are you going to sit here? I remember serving Bell, and I'm going to tell you how you serve Bell. Bell is when we talk about the awakening. I feel like I'm awakening from a sleep or something. I feel like I'm wakening up. I feel like I'm waking up. So you sit there and you do nothing for days and days on end. You're getting messages from people. Don't worry about nothing. Don't do nothing. You're going to be good, girl. You're about to be up. And you'll find yourself 10, 20 years have passed and you still haven't woke up. And that was your season of prosperity. Never allow them to do that to you. When you feel like you're waking up, okay, go harder. Go harder. When you feel like you're waking up, because I'm going to tell you something. The enemy knows this is a growth season for everything and everybody. That awakening season is a growth season for everything and everybody. So before that awakening season, they trying to stop money. They don't want you with a job. They don't want you with nothing because they know this is a growth season. They don't want you to prosper. They don't want you to be happy. This is a growth season. They don't want you to be able to plant not one seed. So they sitting up there, they trying to fire you off the jobs. They trying to do some of everything because it is a growth season. When you start seeing Bill, um, when you start seeing or feeling like you going through an awakening, now let me be real with you. That's Bill's. That's Bill. That's the devil. That awakening is the devil. It's the devil itself. The devil's finna come attack you. The devil's minions finna attack you. um every person that you know probably attack you because it's your awakening. Now you can sit there, do nothing, collect your welfare check, your food stamps, your Medicaid, your Section 8, and your housing, and think, oh, well, I'm good. I'm straight. I have nothing to worry about. But I can honestly tell you, you got more to worry about than any of them. At that time, you should be growing, you should be studying, you should be doing certain stuff to ensure your safety.